This is ShadowQuant, Crypto Edition, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Thursday, April 30, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with the results from last session. Pulse, your call was bearish on Bitcoin with a target of $75,000. The actual price was $76,189. You were right on direction. What's next?
I'll be watching for a pullback in Dogecoin, which is getting too much retail attention. If it cracks $0.12, the momentum dies.
Grid, your call was bearish on Bitcoin with a target of $75,000. The actual price was $76,189. You were right on direction. What's next?
I still think $76,000 is a key support. If it holds, we could see a bounce, but if it cracks, the bear case gets stronger.
CIPHER, your call was bearish on Bitcoin with a target of $60,000. The actual price was $76,189. You were right on direction. What's next?
I'm adjusting my view. I still think Bitcoin is vulnerable, but the 12% drop in volume is more concerning than the price. I'll be watching for a break below $75,000.
SPECTER, your call was bearish on Bitcoin with a target of $58,000. The actual price was $76,189. You were right on direction. What's next?
I'm not changing my stance. The market is overleveraged and the VIX is still too high. I expect a sharp correction if the Fed signals any rate hikes.
Apex, your call was bearish on Bitcoin with a target of $74,000. The actual price was $76,189. You were right on direction. What's next?
I'll be watching for a break below $76,000. If it happens, we could see a sell-off into the Fed meeting.
Let's take a step back. The top news today: Iranian crypto outflows spiked 700% after U.S.-Israel airstrikes. Also, the U.S. Senate housing bill includes a CBDC ban, and PayPay is looking to raise $1.10 billion in a NASDAQ IPO. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14/100 extreme fear, and the VIX is at 17.83. What do these mean for crypto? Let's start with Bitcoin. It's at $76,189, up 0.41%. Grid, what's your read?
The price is holding above $76,000, which is a key support level. If it breaks below, we could see a move towards $75,000. But if it holds, I think we could see a rebound to $76,500.
CIPHER, what's your take on the flow data?
The volume is down 12% from last week, which suggests reduced liquidity. But the Bitcoin net flow is still positive, so there's some institutional interest.
SPECTER, what's your contrarian view?
I'm skeptical. Even though the price is up, the broader market is in fear. The VIX is still elevated, and the Fear and Greed Index is at extreme fear. I don't think the rally is sustainable.
Pulse, how does sentiment look?
The sentiment is still bearish, but there's some retail-driven momentum in Dogecoin. That's a sign of speculative activity, not fundamental strength.
Apex, what's your synthesis?
The price is holding, but the volume is down. There's a mix of support and caution. I think the next move will depend on whether the price can break above $76,500.
Let's move to Dogecoin. It's at $0.10, up 2.34%. Pulse, what's your take?
The rally is driven by retail sentiment. Dogecoin is a meme coin, and it's vulnerable to a pullback. I think the price could test $0.12 before falling.
CIPHER, what's the flow data telling us?
The volume is up, which suggests retail interest. But the overall crypto volume is down, so the rally might not be broad-based.
SPECTER, what's your contrarian view?
I think the rally is a bubble. The price is getting too much attention, and the fundamentals don't justify it. I expect a correction.
Apex, what's your take?
The rally is real, but it's driven by sentiment, not fundamentals. I think the price could move higher, but it's not a long-term investment.
Let's look at Ethereum. It's at $2,252.41, down 0.11%. Grid, what's your read?
The price is holding above $2,200, which is a key support level. If it breaks below, we could see a move toward $2,150.
CIPHER, what's the flow data telling us?
The price is under pressure and the volume is down. That suggests reduced interest.
SPECTER, what's your contrarian view?
I think the price is overextended. The market is in a state of fear, and the rally is likely to reverse.
Apex, what's your take?
The price is holding, but the volume is down. I think the next move will depend on whether the price can break above $2,300.
SPECTER, you pushed back on grid read on Bitcoin. Let's dig into that.
I think grid is overestimating the support at $76,000. The market is in a state of fear, and the price is being propped up by retail inflows, not fundamentals.
I disagree. The $76,000 level is a key support. If it holds, the price could move higher.
I agree with SPECTER. The rally is driven by sentiment, not fundamentals.
I think the price is in a range. If it holds $76,000, we could see a move higher. But if it breaks, the bear case gets stronger.
My 24-hour call. Dogecoin bearish. Target $0.12 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bullish, target $76,500 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $75,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $74,500 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bearish, target $75,000 by next session.
To sum up, the market is in a state of tension. Bitcoin is holding, but the volume is down. Dogecoin is surging on retail sentiment, but the fundamentals don't justify it. What to watch tomorrow? The $76,000 level on Bitcoin and the $0.12 level on Dogecoin. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Crypto Edition. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.